Her name is Lysa Bozel. She thought she had the perfect life. Lysa was named top entrepreneur by Day Spa magazine, and she knows the beauty secrets to the stars. She has received accolades from beauty editors in Vogue, Cosmo, Allure, InStyle, and other magazines for her award-winning Day Spa. Through her seventh sense of intuition, her awareness unearthed realities about her life and unveiled untruths that have been hidden for generations and changed the foundation of her life forever. In that life-changing experience, Lysa defined and refined herself a new life.
I'm Lysa Bozel, and you're watching Inspiration Nation. Thank you so much, Margie, for you and Joe inviting us to your home here today in Naples, Florida. I understand you've selected this fabulous guest to be on Inspiration Nation today.
Yes.
So tell me a little bit about her.
I met Denise about 8.5 years ago when Joe and I moved to Naples, and we hit it off immediately. She was working at my dentist's office, and we've maintained a friendship and a relationship through these years, and she's always juggled work and her children and her husband amazingly. I always admired her, but I always felt like she never gave herself enough time, so I thought it was time for a makeover for her.
So we're doing a surprise makeover.
Yeah,
How exciting. That's
and
great.
I know she'll love it. I know she will, and it will be a great surprise for her.
Wow.
And I have amazing looks for her to try on and showcase. And you know, all women out there should take that time. And you know, I think that Denise, you'll probably be able to tap into why it's so important for her. And I'm excited for this one.
And so what we're going to do today is these are the looks that you're going to be producing in your lookbook, correct?
Yes.
Excellent. So
Yes.
I'm excited. So let's go look and see what we have, and we'll get her all ready for the show.
Great.
Denise, thank you so much for being on Inspiration Nation today.
Thank you so much for having me.
Great. I'm so glad you're here because I understand that you've been married a long time, 30 years to your
Yes.
husband. That's fabulous. And you have 2 daughters.
Yes, ma'am.
And you work full time. So you have a lot on your plate.
Very
Working
busy.
full time.
Very, very busy life.
So what's it like being married that long, 30 years, 3 decades of your life?
It's surreal sometimes because I look at us and we don't look any older maybe than those 2 kids who took a leap of faith together. It's the greatest success I can measure.
That's great. That's great. That's wonderful. Tell me about, to be together, what's the secret?
Secret is don't take things too seriously. Always wake up in the morning and say I love you, and always say I love you at the end of the day. The recipe for a great marriage is not out there for anybody. It's everybody's job to work every day at it. It's not a given that when you say I do for the rest of your life, it's the rest of your life. You have to work at it every day, and I'm fortunate that I found a partner who's willing to hold my hand and work through life with me every day.
That's
It's
wonderful.
a blessing.
So you have 3 decades behind you with an amazing husband who has supported you, and you've made great decisions together. You have 2 beautiful children. How did that happen as far as, you decided to have children, or?
Initially, we wanted to have children right away. We wanted to grow up with our children, I guess, was probably the best way of thinking about it. And that wasn't in the cards for us. It took us quite a period of time to achieve having our first daughter. We had several failed pregnancies, which were, at the time, a question mark.
Were those like miscarriages?
Yes, they were. And when you have the excitement and you have the joy of that moment coming into your life and having it taken away, you wonder in the back of your head, what's happening here? I'm being tested. What's the end result? And we met with several doctors. I had a wonderful doctor out of Fort Myers, Florida, who was fabulous. We were 16 years of infertility treatment, off and on. And at one point, we had decided this is probably not going to happen for us. We had had, the failed pregnancies. We had had an adoption situation that had gone terribly wrong. And we just thought maybe we're just supposed to be the best aunts and uncles to our nieces and nephews.
And did that strain your marriage? Did it
It put a lot of
question your faith? What did you go through?
Faith was a huge question for me. I grew up in a house that was very strong in faith. And my question was, we've got all the tools. We've got this great relationship. We have all this love to share. Why not us? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And it was, we certainly threw ourselves into our nieces and nephews, who are amazing, amazing young men and women now. But I wanted to be somebody's mom, and I knew that he was going to be the best dad.
Mm-hmm.
And so after the adoption didn't go so well, we kind of said, you know what? We have to let this alone. We have been trying and trying and trying basically our whole life to have that label, to be a mom, to be a dad. We have to let it go. And that was in January of 2003. And in September of 2003, I found out I was expecting my first daughter. Well, I was pregnant again, let's put it that way. And when you've had so many failed pregnancies, you kind of count the days getting to that point of, okay, now I'm safe, And I was certainly much older, so the doctors consider you much more of a high risk. You had, a history of lost pregnancies, high risk. So when I got to the point where I first saw her heart beating, and it was probably the greatest moment of my life.
That's incredible. So you were in this situation where you kept trying to conceive, and the doctors said it's not happening for you. And then you thought, maybe this is the best place where and you let it go. When you let it go, when you released that energy, some kind of an energy block that was there, and you released it, then the universe brought you the gift of your child.
I agree 100%. It was almost, I can't even describe, because to just let yourself go of that, of maybe it's just not gonna happen. We have to let go of it. And I think that we had put so much pressure on ourselves to make that happen. It had to be in God's time.
Right, it wasn't your timing, it was God's timing.
It was God's timing.
And maybe that was because He wanted you to figure out, because when things like this happen, when we have these kind of challenges, they're traumatic. They put our life back, we step back, how come it didn't happen? Why aren't you hearing me? You question your faith.
Yeah.
But it really shows you who you are, what you're made of. It helps you to define who you are and look at how strong you really are. And you both were very strong. It didn't jeopardize your marriage. It didn't put a strain on you.
No.
You were both together. You both believed this is really what we want. And even though you said, we're going to let go of this, you manifested that baby.
I think
you
so.
manifested that energy of creation and said, you know what? I want this. I'm going to let it go, but this is still what we want. And you produced the baby, and that's fabulous.
And ironically enough, they said to us after we had her, be thankful this is what you have. You will probably never have another child getting this far. So we thought our family was complete. And she was the first granddaughter on my side, and fell into an order of wonderful grandsons and granddaughters on my husband's side. Got her through almost to kindergarten, ready to be out of daycare. I work, so she was in daycare, which was a very tough decision when you have waited so long to,
Now you have to leave your child.
Leave your child. And I remember saying to them when I took her there, I am entrusting you with the greatest gift I've ever been given. Please just, take care of her the way I would, please. And blessed enough to find a wonderful place who did. But getting ready to get her, into kindergarten, we find out that we are expecting another baby. Weren't
Wow.
trying, our life was at that point complete. Well, apparently we weren't complete, because 5 years later we enter our second daughter. Ironically enough, it was my 40th birthday present.
Wow.
You know, I found out shortly before my 40th birthday, and I thought, wow, you know, here I thought we were all done and we were starting all over again. And it was, when I saw her, I knew she's meant to be here. She's meant to be here. There are great things that are going to happen for her, and she completed a family that we thought was complete. I mean, I can't stress enough in my life that these are my greatest gifts. My husband is my greatest gift. My greatest successes are my family. And I'm from a family that family is important. Mm-hmm. Family means something. I talk to my sister every day. I talk to my mom every day. So the foundation for me has always been a very strong family. And I think that is what has helped my husband and I be so successful in our lives, because I have great role models. I mean, my parents will be married 50 years this November.
That's tremendous.
I mean, it is, I'm in awe of that. I mean, truly I am. It's not heard of anymore. You know, when you're not the norm because you are still together, you kind of go, maybe we're not the norm. And then you go, no, this is the way, you know, for us, this is the way it's supposed to be. This is how family works, and how it is the circle of your life.
And it
know,
is. It
the
is
circle
because
of my life.
I mentioned on the show that success is about having a foundation, your core, your home, your family. You have to have success in that space before you can have any other. Exactly. You can't have it. There is, you know, it's not something that's external all the time.
Sure.
It's internal. The foundation, your core, is really where you are every single day. You go to work, you have meetings, you do, you know, your daily life, but when you come home to your husband and your family, that's your core. When it's in a safe, happy place, then that is good energy. That energy just flows through all of you, and it complements your days. Every day that you live, every relationship that you have, it just kind of ripples through all of that.
It allows you to bring your best foot forward out.
Every day.
I often say, I've had friends that I've been friends with my whole life. My key friends right now in my life are people I went to high school with. And we all laugh that we're all still this crazy group of kids, just all grown up. But what we bring to the table is the best of ourselves. You know, we are a support system to each other. We are sisters beyond. And it's because I say to them, all I have to offer is me. And so I have to be the best me possible every single day. And it's a job. You wake up and you dust yourself off and you look at yourself in the mirror and you go, hey, it's not such a bad place to be. And when I go to bed at night, I look in the mirror, I've been successful, I've had a good day, I've given the best of myself.
You've been productive,
Yeah.
you've balanced everything in your day too.
Trying. I mean, it's some days it's trying. I mean, to be a mom of two kids. I work full time. I'm, John's wife. I'm my parents' daughter. So I wear a lot of hats. My older daughter, I coach her softball team. I'm involved with her cross country team. My younger daughter is going into softball this year, and I'll be involved as I can, time allowing. So there's very little downtime for me. You know what I mean? It's one of those things where I'm constantly moving. My husband's constantly moving. We divide and conquer. Sometimes one's got to be one place, and it just comes full circle all the time. We're always just working towards these two girls and making them, what I say to them when they get out of school, at the car at school, I've said from when they were little, go be the best friend, best citizen, best student that you can be. That's all I can ask. And if you put forth that you will get so much in return.
It's true.
My youngest asked about karma the other day, about, what's karma? And I said to her, if you put good out there, you get good back. If you put bad out there, unfortunately, at some point or another, you might see that bad back. I said, I want you to be the one that puts good karma in the world all the time. Do it with a smile on your face and be kind to everybody around you. That's the lesson every day. Just go out and be the best you can be. And that makes me proud because I'm blessed to have.
You are very blessed.
I'm blessed to have 2 daughters that emulate that every day. And that means I'm doing my job.
Yeah, it does. Because their beauty is something that you've given them emotionally, and you're nurturing them to be beautiful people. That's because of the love you and your husband have in your home.
Mm-hmm.
So by doing that, you're blooming these beautiful children that are going to be amazing when they're adults in the world.
Yeah. When they go out, I want to know that I sent them with the best tools that I could send them with. And I hope for them a life of success like I've had. I really do. In their relationships, in their choices, because I want to know that what I did for a reason. That job of being mom.
It validates you as a parent.
It just, yeah. The most important job in the world, and it's unfortunate when you look around and sometimes see that people don't take it as seriously as they should.
Mm-hmm.
That's heartbreaking to me, but everybody has their own journey, everybody has their own path. I just think that for me, I have to take the path that was chosen so long ago. Because it's just, I sometimes can't put it into words. When you're 18 years old in high school and you meet this guy that you think is amazing and he tells you a few months later, I'm going to spend the rest of my life with you, and you're like, I'm 18 years old, really? The rest of my life is like, the end of the week in some cases, but really to take that leap and to look back on it now, I look over my shoulder, I wouldn't change a thing. There are certain things I'm sure I would like to, if we didn't go through this or if we didn't go through that. You can't take it away. It doesn't make you who you are today. But I wouldn't change a thing. I would do it 10 times over.
That's great.
To have the same journey and to have the same result.
Are your daughters here right now?
They are.
Can you bring them up?
Yeah.
Can they come up and sit with their mom?
Sure.
This is Madison.
Hi, Madison.
Hi.
And Morgan is on her way. You can come sit
Hi,
next to
Morgan.
us. Can you say hi to Miss Lysa?
Hi. So you guys, what do you think about how amazing your mom is?
She's pretty amazing.
She's pretty amazing, huh?
Yeah.
So I'm so happy to have all of you on my show today. And I'm going to ask your mom to tell all our viewers what your inspiration is to the viewers that are watching this show about family. Give them like 3 tips. So if they wanted to have this amazing family like you guys.
Well,
It's okay. It's okay.
It's okay, baby. It's okay.
Oh,
Don't cry.
it's okay.
Go
Tell me why you're crying.
ahead.
You happy? That's great. Me too. Are you happy
It's-
too?
They're happy tears. Okay.
Happy tears are good tears.
They're the best tears. They're the best tears.
You happy you have the mommy you have? Me too.
Me too. I think just to be successful, you have to be true to yourself. If you're not true to yourself, you can't be true to anybody else. You can't fake your life. You can't. It's not possible. I believe that in any family, any household, there are ups, downs, struggles. I'm not going to pretend I'm the perfect mom because there was no book given to me, and I deal with it as I deal with it every day. Every day it's a little different, and you have to be. Need some water, baby?
Nope. What's water?
You have to be. You have to be ready for challenges. You have to be ready to face ups and downs, and you have to face them head on. You don't hide from things. You don't. I'm trying to think of the best way to put this, and it's just not coming to me. And then I guess the third way is be in a place where you feel love and where you give love.
It's perfect.
I mean, honestly, it's a takeaway from my family, going back not just to my parents, to my grandparents. Family is the basis of all that is important to me. It really, really is. And I think you truly be comfortable giving and receiving where you are, the love that's out there, because it's a job to, it's not a job. It's not even, that's not the right word.
It's a passion.
That's it. That's exactly it. It's a passion because you can't pretend it. You just can't pretend it.
And passion, sometimes it's something that you feel, but sometimes that passion can be disruptive. But it doesn't feel that way because you're just going along living your life, and you just have such exuberance and such happiness to do it. It's not a job.
Yeah, no, it's not.
It's disruptive in the sense that there's so much going on. It's constant.
Exactly.
There's
You're
no
constantly
downtime.
Buzzing. You're constantly buzzing. I joke with my husband, one of these days I'm going to run into myself going out of the house as I'm going in, because there's so many places you have to be.
Right.
And I had a friend say, well, you could clone yourself. And I said, oh, no. One of me is more than enough. One of me is more than enough.
Well, thank you all for being on the show today.
Thank
I
you
really
for
loved
having
it.
us.
Hey, Denise, remember the last time we got together and we did your awesome interview?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and I mentioned that facial, so we're going to do it today.
Awesome.
Okay, because I know you need it and I know you want to relax. Okay, so we're just going to start with a little facial.
If I
Have
fall
you had a
asleep,
facial
forgive
before?
me. No, I haven't. So if
No?
I fall asleep, you got to forgive me.
Okay, well, good. Well, it's very relaxing. So tell me a little bit about your experience with any kind of pampering.
I guess the greatest pampering I do is like the mani-pedi type thing.
Manicure, pedicure?
Yeah, it used to be kind of all by myself, but the girls go with me now, so it's not
it's
always.
a play date with
It
Mom?
is. It's basically a play date with Mom.
And how do the girls like it?
They love it.
Good.
They absolutely love it.
They get their manicure, pedicure too? And have they
yes.
had massages?
They have not had massages.
And this is your first facial, correct?
Yes, it is.
Okay, great. Well, we're going to make sure that you enjoy it. So I'm going to stop talking for a few minutes. And we're just going to relax. Hey girls, what do you think? Your mom getting her facial?
I think she deserves it.
I do too, because there's a lot of benefits from getting facials and pampering yourself. It helps you to relax, it gives you better mental clarity, and it also helps you energetically. What do you think, Denise? How are you feeling?
I'm feeling completely relaxed. I could fall asleep right here.
Oh, that's great. Well, what I'm going to do is we're going to take off the mask now, okay?
Okay.
And then we're going to go and pick out one of those sensational dresses that Margie selected for you for your makeover, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you have any questions? How's your skin feel?
Feels really, really, it feels like open, you know. There's no tightness. It's not feeling,
Feels hydrated?
it does. There's nothing tight about it the way it normally feels.
Good. Well, it gets a lot of nutrients from these masks too. And what are you going to do now that you have this whole new style and whole new perception of everything?
Try and maintain it.
That's great. Okay, viewers, here we are today. We've had our segment with Denise, and she's had her day of pampering. So we're going to see how she looks and how she feels. So come on out, Denise. Wow.
Hi.
You look amazing.
Thank you.
Amazing. How
Feel
do you
amazing.
feel?
Feel amazing.
Great.
Really, she tapped into the sassy side of me that I probably wouldn't have normally gone with, but amazing.
Looks beautiful. And so beauty is from inside out.
Sure is.
Isn't that true,
Inside out.
girls?
Yes, ma'am.
Great. Well, I hope you continue with that journey to explore your sensitivity and manifest the beauty you have inside and out.
Will do.
And we want to thank Joe and Margie from Naples, Florida. They've been phenomenal, letting us use their home and helping us with everything. So thank you too, and we hope to see you all on our next show. I'm Lysa Bozel, and you're watching Inspiration Nation.